Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. So in this video we are going to crack ScreenFlow Fundamental Superbadge unit. For this Superbadge I have already connected this with Developer Edition organization. So also I have provided video link in description like how to connect with special Developer Edition organization. So let's take up this challenge now. Click on launch. Here at quick find I'm just going to search for flows. Select flows, and here we are going to search for resource management. So resource management is right over here. Click on that. Right here at flow builder I'm just going to deactivate it. Now we are just going to add an element as screen and go back to our challenge. We need to copy this data. So copy this and paste it in a label section. As API name is auto populated, and for description as well I'm just going to give it as resource management. And here at components I'm just going to select display text and drag and drop it over here. So yeah, for this I'm just going to give API name as given in our challenge. So copy this data and paste it over here. So for this field I'm just going to copy the data given over here and paste it. And now I'm just going to click and drop this display image over here, and for this API name we need to go back to our challenge and copy this data which is Hive logo and paste it over here. And for image name we need to copy this as well, which is Hive foundation logo, and we have to provide that data as image name. And for horizontal alignment we don't have nothing to do with. And for this image alt text I'm just going to give as search for Hive logo. If data is not found we can give this as text. So we have given Hive logo there. For image width I'm just going to give it as 80%. And here we are going to add one more component as radio buttons. Click on that radio buttons, and here we are going to give their label name as mentioned in our challenge and copy and paste it over here. API name is auto generated. We have nothing to do with that. Now let's get back to our challenge. Yeah, we have different kind of API name over here in challenge, so we need to replace that as well. So scroll down and we need to give our first choice. Click on that and let's go back to our challenge, and we need to provide our second choice as well. Copy this and click on add choice and paste it over here. Now we have to search for text, and let's add our text here. So for text we are going to give our label as IT resource name. So copy and paste it over here. So let's also set our label as resource name. And now in component visibility we are just going to set it as all condition are met, and here at resource give edit existing resource request equals and value as so I'm going to give value as true and click on done. Now let's add another component which is a dynamic flow progress. So I'm just going to copy this data as well and paste it over here. For this, as per our challenge, we have to give as flow steps. If not there, we can copy this as well. Click on that, and current step is given as step 1. Copy and paste. And for indicated type we need to select as bar. Yeah, so once it is done we have to move this dynamic flow progress to the top. I'll keep it over here. And now click on done, click on finish. So provide text API name as IT resource name. And now we have to click on done. Yeah, this error is happening. Why? Because we have created two text component. I'm deleting one. Yeah, we already have that. And click on finish. Now click on done. We can save this as well. Click on save and let's check our challenge. So yeah guys, we have successfully completed our first challenge. If you are getting any kind of error in this challenge, that could probably be of not marking this as a mandatory field. Make sure that you have selected this required checkbox. And yeah, let's go to our second challenge. For this we need to go to flows and click on resource management. And here we are going to double click on assign resource name and we are going to give value as IT resource management. We are going to give it as a name, and for this value I'm just going to choose resource input. Select on that and now click on done, and let's go back to our S2 new resource request. Double click on that, and here we are going to add one more component which is lookup, and for this API name I'm going to choose it from our challenge which was already given over there. So copy this data and paste it over here. And for field API name I'm just going to give this account, element over there. And label, I'm just going to give the same name as account. So for object API, we need to give it as resource. And click on resource. And type as resource. And here we are going to add one more component, which is pick list. I'm going to choose multi-select pick list over here, and for label I'm just going to give it as target audience, and we are going to use this API name, which is given in our challenge. And for choice, I'm just going to give choice it resource audience. And yeah, next let's add one more component over there. So select pick list, and for label I'm just going to give it as resource type. And for API name I'm going to give it as this. And now let's add choice as choices resource audience again, and click on done. Once it is done, click on save as and save. And now let's check our second challenge. And guys, one more error we got is like we have to choose as choice set resource type over here under pick list. And now click on finish and done. And yeah, we can check our challenge now. So yeah guys, we have successfully completed our second challenge too. Now take up our third challenge. Now let's go back to our resource management section and double click on S2 new resource request. And here we are just going to add one more component, which is section. So search for section, click on that, and here I'm just going to select this checkbox, which is include header, and label name we have to select this event details. So this is our label, and API name is auto generated. And for compound visibility we are just going to give it as all conditions are met. And for this resources given as pick list resource type, and value is given as event. Click on done. Now click on this add column, and here we are just going to add one more component, which is date and time. So here I'm going to drag and drop this. Now let's give label and its API name. So label is given as start date and time, and API name is auto populated. Anyhow we have to check whether we are giving the right API name. If this is given as something else with our challenge requirement, we have to change that too. And yeah, so now I'm going to drag and drop this date and time over here, and label name is mentioned as end date and time. Copy this and paste it over here. And for this API name we have to copy this section, copy this and paste it over here. So here at validate input we are going to give some error message. Enter as start date later than end date. So once it is done, we need to scroll down and enter our formula, which is given over here. Copy this and paste it. And here at provide help, we are just going to copy this same text and paste it over here. And for this start date and time, we are going to give some validity input. Provide the same, and here at provide help also provide the same data. And for formula, paste the last formula which we have used and click on done. And now we are going to save this and activate this as well. So we can now go back to our challenge and check it. Yeah guys, we have successfully passed our third challenge too. Now let's go back to our resource management. So double click on assign resource details. So here at resource account, we are going to change the value as our lookup account followed by our record ID. And for this targeted audience, we are just going to change our value as multi-select pick list. And for this resource type, we are just going to give value as pick list resource type. So click that and scroll down, and for this resource start date, we are just going to give our pre-created start date and time. And for this end date, we are going to give our pre-created end date time. Click on that, click on done, and let's save this and activate now. Click on activate, and now let's check our fourth challenge as well. So yeah guys, let's take up our fifth challenge now. So for this, we have to go for our S3 edit resource request. Double click on that and click on this welcome back field, and we have to delete this item. So select and delete. So here at insert resource, we have to search for a resource followed by primary contact followed by name, and and again I'm searching for resource, and here scroll down and select resource, and now we are just going to select our resource type. So search for type, type, and now we are just going to search again for resource, and I'm just going to select our resource, and now we have to choose resource again and followed by account and name. So now you should get something like this, like what I have got, and you have to click on this email, and here at read only, we are just going to give the value as true. And now scroll down and go to this resource title, and here I'm just going to give this default value as resource. Scroll down and choose resource and followed by a resource title. Now let's go to our resource description, and we need to give resource, search for a resource, and followed by a resource description. So let's see where we are having the resource description. So let me try again. Let's scroll down and select resource and followed by a description. So now let's click on done and let's save this now. Click on save and activate this. And let's check our challenge. Yeah guys, we have successfully completed this Superbadge too. Let's see you all on our next video. Don't forget to subscribe our channel. See you.